like
who you actually
my
are.
background.
Like who you are as a person.
As a person, I'm many things. First of all, I'm a Gemini, so I'm crazy. Like other famous Geminis, like who's the famous Gemini? Kanye West, crazy Gemini. Tupac, Naomi Campbell's a Gemini. Angelina Jolie's a Gemini. Nicole Kidman is a Gemini. You said what's my what?
Your Chinese symbol, Chinese astrology.
Well, I don't like anything from China, especially not Gucci bags. I only like things from Italy. My Italian sign is Rodarte. Balenciaga. I like Balenciaga. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah. Well, I started my styling career at Macy's Herald Square as a stylist on the 3rd floor. Women's ready to wear. That's me. Then I left and I got a job at Vogue magazine. I worked at Teen Vogue.
What did you do before Macy's?
So, right.
I was a school teacher, kindergarten.
Are you lying?
No, it's real.
See, that's more interesting.
No.
Yeah.
Those badass kids every day. I love them though, but I always wanted to work in fashion. Like when I was little, I would mix water and flour together and like rip pages out of the magazine. And I would post it all over my wall in my room, over my Ralph Lauren paint that my mom paid plenty of money for. She made me take it all off and wash the wall. But I put it up anyway.
Why did
She
you
was
sticky that?
mad. I don't know, I was like 9.
Oh.
I'm talking young, I wanted to wear I Love Fashion. I would write letters to Ralph Lauren and Nautica and tell them how much I liked their clothes. And they would send me shit in the mail. True story, ask my mother. My mother was like, why are you so obsessed with this fashion, with these photos? Because I was like, obsessed with Naomi and when Chrissy Turlington was doing Calvin Klein. I was just obsessed. Neiman Marcus catalog, obsessed. I made my uncle, who lived in Dallas, fly me to Dallas so he could take me to the first Neiman Marcus, which is downtown Dallas. It's the original first
I
Neiman
was in
Marcus.
Dallas for a bit.
Oh, wow,
In
yeah.
Highland Park.
So my uncle had a condo in Tyler, Texas, and in Dallas. So he took me there. He took me to the Houston Galleria. We went ice skating and like really showed me. So I really was like into fashion. But my family was like, you need a real job, blah blah. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to move here. But my parents like, you know, we only have one cousin who lived here. My cousin is a famous sportscaster. His name is Gus Johnson. Hey Gus, Fox Sports. So she's like, your cousin. Yeah, I'm Jason Johnson. And if you look at us, we look alike. Like you look at that, we look very much alike. So, you know, he's like, you only got one cousin here, so you can't go. So I went to college, was unhappy.
Where'd you go to school?
Alabama State University.
And
then
from
I
the South?
there. Yeah, that's what that's what. And I left Alabama State and I went to Wayne State where I ended my education there. So, started school teaching, hated it. Remember that show Living Color? Hated it. So I hated it.
You went all through teaching college, which is pretty like intense, and then like you just like flipped. And
No, let me finish my story. So, like during college, I would sit and I would watch TV. I would watch shows like BET or like 106 Park. And I would be like, I belong with them. I just always knew, like this is not what I'm supposed to be. I was just like, God, why? So my parents are well off, so I didn't really care. I'm like, well, I'll be rich one way or another. They'll die sometime. Hopefully I'll still be alive. But my grandma's something. So I'll be wealthy one way or another. I only have a brother and a sister, so ain't too much to split up. So I was like, okay, it's cool. So I was working one day and I was like, you know what? I'm grown now. F it. I can move to New York myself and do it for myself. All my friends were like, no, it's risky. You're going to lose everything. You're not going to work in fashion. You're not going to make it. Only very few people make it. You know, blah, blah, blah. I said, F y'all. So I sold everything I had. I moved here. I moved in with a friend of mine, Troy, who only known for a very short time. I left my brand new condo in Ferndale, Michigan, in the suburbs, to live on 145th and Broadway in a room that only had that only could fit a twin mattress and myself. No, it didn't have a cockroach. And it had one window. You looked out and you looked into a brick wall, which was the upper building. But at first I was discouraged. I got there, I cried like I made a mistake.
See how it's supposed to be.
Then I started working, and then I got my job at Macy's, and then Vogue, and after Vogue I met Richard Moore, who's a famous photographer. Shouts out to Richard Moore. He made me famous. So I started doing all these photo shoots, and he started getting published in all these magazines. Then I opened up my website, and all my friends were gagging, like, no, like, yeah, look at all these magazines on there. Like, my name, all over, all over. Then I started doing celebrities. All over, all over, all over. Then I started to do TV shows. Now,